So, CGC made a few changes a couple months back, but this is the first return I've gotten since they made those changes. So, I'm going to detail a couple of them while I unpack the submission. They use the same box. I don't even think I can fit this in the frame. Let me see if it'll focus. So they use the same box as expected. It's really only the slabs that change. So let me take all of them out. I think it'd be a waste of time if I took all of them out on camera. So I'll take all of them out and then I'll show what I got back. Okay, so the changes come because CGC merged with CSG to create what... Here, I have the article. They claim to be the largest grading company in the world now. I don't know about that. I know CSG mainly does sports cards. I believe they only do sports cards. But they were in the same network as CGC. There are a lot of things. I believe they do coin grading, they do stamps, whatever. If you look at like their networked companies, they have a lot of, I don't know if they're ownerships or partnerships, whatever, but they have like a lot of services. So I don't know. I think the main point was just so that it could all be one clearer thing, so that they didn't have two companies that were both kind of doing the same thing. And I mean, I still think it's different since the graders themselves will still be on their own divisions. I just think it's like to make one nice uniform label across all card grading for them. Which is a big change because these slabs... I have to reach over the microphone here. The slabs do look different. If you don't know, which I don't know how you wouldn't know if you somehow found this video. This is the old CGC. Well, this is the newer of the old CGC. They used to not have the white gradient here. But I don't know. I've heard a lot of people complain about the new design. If you look at like CSG and CGC, it's kind of like a combination of the both of them, but it's still the same plastic. It's still, actually, I don't know, let me test. Yeah, it still stacks with their old ones. So it's still the same plastic casing. It's just the printed label is different. A lot of people have been complaining about it, but then again, so many people have been complaining like ever since the start when they like started doing cards. Even back when they did comics, people would complain that the blue was like, you know, annoying or it looked ugly. I don't know. I was always fine with it then. I was kind of indifferent about it, but I do like the way that this looks now. It kind of reminds me of what are they called? I think it's SGC is what I'm thinking of. It's so confusing. All these, like, they're all the same. They all sound the same. I had a few cards of those come through my inventory, I guess. It's weird calling it that. But they were cool, man. I think I do like the clear on the case better because it's like kind of a hard black plastic the whole way. But the main takeaway from that is that the black and the white looks really good on the card, because I guess the blue is distracting. I don't know. I don't think the red and PSA is distracting. I think it's very nominal things that people are complaining about. But the only thing my only complaint I can think about with the old CGC ones is that sometimes the grade was like off center. I know, it's very nitpicky. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, okay, so here. If you look at this, it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. I mean, it's a small thing to be picky about, but like they are literally the ones, like they're the dudes that judge you for centering. So you'd imagine that their grades, like where it tells you how well it did, would be I don't know. Let's start looking at these cards. I sent this one in because I think before There's always shit on it when you get them back, just from being in the cardboard box. I think before, when I sent this in, they weren't allowing metal cards anymore, so I think they might have sent it back to me, or maybe I held on to it. I can't remember, but I think it is still thicker than the... Yeah, it's still a different kind of casing. Very heavy as well, but that's nice. See how the back looks. The back is still kind of the same as the old CGCs. I think I need to find a way to do this better, because I kind of have to wrap my arms around the microphone here. Yeah, so I graded a bunch of older and newer cards just to get a feel for their new grading scale. Oh yeah, I should talk about that. So the first thing you'll notice, actually you probably won't notice on these older ones because there's no way I'd get them anyways, but they got rid of their perfect 10 grades. Those are no longer in existence, which I think I'm a little mixed on. At first, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but as I read their thing, like the way they outlined it, it made sense. So the older Gem Mint 9.5s are now considered 10s, and then the old pristine 10s stay as 10s, but now they're no more perfects. So if you were to get a perfect now, it would just be like a pristine. So I don't know. So like, for example, this before would have been a 9.5. So that kind of creates this whole I don't want to call it a problem, but there's this weird thing now where you can actually spend $5 to reholder your old CGC cards, and like any ones that were 9.5s, and you can have them reholdered as the new 10s. I don't know, that seems kind of... And there's also like a big rush of people being like, oh, like I'll buy your 9.5s, I'll buy your 9.5. Like, I think the idea is that somehow by it being a 10 on their new scale, even though it's the same grade to them, it's going to be higher in value, but that's just kind of... I don't know how to feel about that aspect of it. But at the same time, I don't really do this for like the money type shit, so I guess it doesn't affect me. But I've noticed, like, even throughout my stuff, is that my 9.5s are selling like way more now than they were before. I don't know. CGC 9s have never held a premium over like PSA 9s, but CGC 10s kind of held a premium over it because, as we know, like PSA kind of grades a little easier. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. That kind of stuff mostly impacts like the investors, and I'm more of a collector, not a grader. Well, obviously I'm a grader because I'm grading these now, but I don't know. I don't do this just for the money side of it, because it can get expensive. I do want to sidetrack myself here. This is probably the best. That's probably the best thing in this whole submission. So this is the first pristine. Okay, this is a really, really, really nice card, right? The issue is that there is a question of whether or not would this have been a perfect, like on their old scale, because a perfect 10 will still definitely hold a premium over these new pristines. So the question is like, oh, like would this have been a perfect back before they changed their grading scale? And I mean, everyone knows that the perfects are better than this. Even CGC themselves recommends that you don't get the perfects reholdered. I don't think it's anything like crazy. Obviously, this is still an incredible card. I got it from, I think, the same place as the rest of these ones here. I'm actually going to make a separate video because I want to go over like the huge lot that I bought. I bought a ton of really cool Japanese holos that included things like these, like the 10th movie commemoration. I don't know. I'd like to just go through all those. There's not really much to say about those. That one will probably be like a no talking video, but I don't know if it's just me, but like I found that the coolness of the perfect 10s came from seeing all the subgrades, like in golden numbers, like, you know, 10, 10, 10, 10. It was like really, I don't know. It makes sense because, oh, I forgot to mention this. They completely got rid of subgrades. And the reason from this was that they claimed they weren't popular, And at first I was like, well, no shit, because the cost of grading with like for subgrades was the cost of grading an entirely different card. They actually came out with numbers showing that the price increase wasn't the problem, and that overall people just weren't interested. And I don't know, I guess that makes sense. But oh yeah, about the golden thing, I will say that like with these, I think the 10s are very cool. I think just in comparison, I mean, look at that. That's fucking dope. I don't know. I do like how the number is golden, the background is golden, and even the back in comparison is golden. So I don't think it lost its cool factor like entirely, but just something about seeing those subgrades golden, man. I don't know. Same thing with like Beckett with the black label. Oof. So I did look at the grades of most all of these. I was supposed to get these like a few days ago, but I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't able to sign. You always have to sign if you do FedEx Ground with CGC, like their default shipping. You always have to sign at the door. So my dog scared him away the second time. So this is the this is the 4th attempt, I think. I don't know what the final attempt is. Like I don't know after how long they just like give up. Oh, I've forgotten about this. Okay. So this is nice. This is cool. Damn. Yeah, I didn't actually take a lot of time to look at these cards. I just kind of sent them off just to send them off. The return time was actually really good. Usually it's taken a lot longer. Also at the same time, I paid $13.50, I think, for each of these. I think that was what it was, like per card. Hang on. Yeah, okay. So it was $13.50 per card, and now it's like $9.60 per card. So I'm sending off another submission in the next day or two. But like I don't know, I feel like they're gonna get backlogged. I feel like people are gonna take advantage of this a lot, because it's not just because of like a exclusive member tier or whatever that lets you get that price. They got rid of CGC memberships. Like just overall, there's no more like tiers of CGC. I could be wrong. I don't think. Actually, I think there's still a thing, but I think they don't have the same benefits as before. I think they just wanted to make grading universal, just one like outright price, which is really good. That's like, I want to make that clear. That's a really good thing. Ooh, yeah, this last stack here is good. I bought a ton of these because I really fucking love these. I have to say, like, Japanese special promos are my favorite cards. It's not even close. I bought a ton of these. Unagaba also did the, hang on, I think I have it. Yeah, he also did this one, the Pikachu. He did an entire, this is just one promo. For this one, he did like an entire, like 9 cards. I think it was every Eeveelution plus Eevee, which is really fucking cool. They get pricey though, they get pricey. I think I bought 3 or 4 of the Eevees, but like the full set, of these is like crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. Okay, so here are, I think these all did like about the same if I remember. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, it's my dog. So I plan to make more videos just either unboxing submissions or showing things I'm going to submit, or just showing off things in my collection. I think that's, I don't know. I have like a lot of things I want to show off. A lot of things I think are really cool. I have a lot of things, I know this is my first video, I have a lot of things that I want to just document. I just want to record and share, because I think, I don't know, there's some really cool parts of Pokemon cards that are generally like not underappreciated. They're more like unknown, especially when it comes to like older Japanese promos or special collaborations. And I have a ton of cool stuff like that, and I definitely want to like collect more of it. So I think I want to document that shit just by putting it in videos. But overall, this submission was pretty good. Obviously it kind of sucks that like I paid like a third of the price more like a week before they made their new whole system. So I kind of got fucked out of that. I could have got like a third more cards for the same price, but it is what it is. Overall, I really like their new, like everything. I like their new grading scale. I like the new holders. I think since they're combining kind of both factions of the company. Well, I guess they aren't, because the same people who probably graded the sports cards are going to be grading the... Yeah, that was kind of a stupid thing to say. I think that, like, obviously it's going to be the same people, but I think because it's a larger team, maybe things like processing, handling go faster. Actually, I think that they completely... I could be wrong, I'll double check. I think they got rid of the handling fee altogether on their shit. I think they completely got rid of it. Let me see. Yeah, they did. So I think just a lot of the things processing wise, things like inventory, distribution management, I think a lot of that gets better when the two companies kind of merge. I think things go a lot faster, a lot smoother. So I think overall this is a good thing. Oh, and just while I have this sitting here, I want to show these. Speaking of cool promos and Eeveelution shit, these are really cool. They're from the Sylveon collection box from 2013. These are really cool. I had a full set of these and I graded them all, and someone, because eBay just did their international thing where they'll do some kind of standard normal shipping label. They'll like handle the overseas for you. It's all the same price, which is cool, because I've always like canceled orders in the past that were overseas just because like there was always some complications, but they've made it like a really smooth process, which is nice. And I did also, I think, what am I missing here? I think I'm missing the Umbreon. Yeah, I'm missing the Umbreon and the Vaporeon from this set. Because those sold separately before, but then someone from Germany just this morning bought all those just to finish out the lot. So I thought I'd I don't know if I'll ever have those again, because I really like Eevee and like Eeveelution stuff, and I mean you'll see that if I make more of these videos. So I just wanted to show those just in case I never I never get those again. They're pretty pricey. I think I bought them, I think I got them just in a random lot, and they just happened to have been, I think I bought a binder and they happened to have been there. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say for the CGC stuff. I'm thinking about doing that no talking Japanese holo thing, because I mean you saw, I think the best cards from that were in this submission. Like, man, that Glaceon, I don't know how that got the 10. Sometimes the quality on like the Japanese cards, even the older ones, are really, really, really good. But I really want to, like, I don't know. I'm debating whether or not it's better to do these videos with audio or not. I think about, I don't know. I think when you're making stuff, you think about yourself. And for me, I would like, hang on. Let me put something on the screen while I'm just ranting. When I think about myself, I would like to watch just like an unboxing video with like some fucking, I don't know, some really nice music in the background. Just sit there while I'm maybe about to go to bed or something. I think I'll do a mix and see what sticks. But also, shameless plug here, a lot of these will probably be going up on my eBay, and I'll put the link in the description. I don't want this to be like a shop channel though. I feel like I kind of just plugged that, but my prices are alright. I mean, obviously I'm trying to make some money. I think every collector that isn't a seller at some point just cracks and they're like, I've sunk so much money into this, I have to get a little bit back. So if you check that out, that'd be cool. I don't think anyone's gonna see this, so I don't even think there's a point in like promoting my shop, my merchant page. But I did like this. It was fun. I think I'm gonna make more of these. I might even do the Japanese holo ones now, because I have a ton of shit to show off, and I want to like go in depth on the background. I want to do a lot of editing. I want to show off some more niche sets. I want to show off, you know, some older collaboration promos maybe you've never seen before. I just feel like that'd be cool. I don't know. Alright, see ya.